I am found among the trees with my sweet-scented flowers. I have brown cannonball-like fruits hanging on naked branches up my stem. The juice from my leaves is good for treating malaria and for skin diseases. I am the most striking cannonball flower. The magic of Guyana's talented people, beautiful places, and spectacular events will steal your heart, fill your senses, and leave you wanting more. It is my pleasure to bring to you what this gracious land has to offer through the eyes of Homestretch Magazine. I am Lorene Ward. Thank you for joining us. Have you ever heard of the saying, creativity never goes out of style? Well, it certainly doesn't. Ravi's visit to the remarkable young entrepreneur from last week continues. This time she will be putting another twist to the traditional dream catcher.
How's it going, guys? Ravi here, and today we have something very special planned for you guys. We're going to be learning how to make a dream catcher. That's right, taking ordinary everyday items and turn it into a work of art. Dream catchers can be traced to Native American culture, mainly the Ojibwe tribe. It is usually made of a willow hoop, which would have a net or web woven with string or sinew. They would also have sacred items such as feathers or beads. Now that you have been informed, let's head over to a young entrepreneur who is going to put a modern twist to her recreation of the dream catcher.
Alright, hey there guys, I'm Renuka Tiwari from Craft Creations and Smiles, and today we'll be making Sleeping Beauty, the dream catcher. So to begin, we'll need lots of binding wire to make a hoop. And what we're going to do is we're going to be using an old paint can, and we'll be taking the binding wire just as we did before, and we're going to be wrapping it around the paint can because this is the size of the hoop that we want.
The size of the hoops is determined by the creator. After they are made, the ends are secured with tape to hold the hoops in place.
So now that we have our hoop, the traditional dream catchers would have webs woven in the middle with probably thread, but for us, we're just going to be doing something a bit new. We're going to be making spirals in the middle with wire. We could use copper wire, or we could use regular binding wire, but for this purpose we're going to be using the copper.
To make the spirals, Renuka uses markers, pens, and even a nail polish bottle cover as she wraps the copper wire around to get the different sizes of the spirals. The spiral design is then secured to the hoops by wrapping.
Here's the spiral design. Now we could add a bit more just to fill in the space at the bottom. And what you could do is you could leave it to just the center, or you could extend the spirals to the outer parts. I like asymmetry, so I'll be extending my spirals out here.
Once again, these spirals are made by wrapping the copper wire around the same objects that were used earlier. After all the twisting and turning, the spirals are finished and attached.
Alright, so now in order to hang this dream catcher, we're just going to make a little hoop for the top. And this is really simple. You just need a very small piece of copper wire or binding wire. You can take a marker, put it in the middle, and you're just going to wrap this around like this, and you're just going to twist it. You can do as many twists as you'd like, depending on the length of your hook.
After all the spiraling, Renuka adds more copper wire around the hoop for decorative purposes.
Alright, so now this is the finished piece, well, in terms of wrapping. So now we're just going to spray paint this in gold again, or if you like a rustic feel, you could leave it just as this, or you could spray it with silver, but for us, we'll be using gold.
Only one coat of paint is applied and the piece is left to dry. In that time, here's what she will be using to decorate the dream catcher.
We have some really pretty pink flowers here. We bought them all in town. We have some beads. We're going to be spray painting these gold, along with some old chains that we'll be using to suspend the feathers from the dream catcher. Of course, we're using pink flowers for Sleeping Beauty. So now feathers. So what we'll be doing is we're just going to be cutting off the top. because this will have to go into the bead and you don't want a really long part sticking out.
After spray painting the dream catcher, beads and chains, and letting it dry, it's now time to decorate the piece. The chain is looped around the hoop and then attached to the bead using glue. The same method is used to attach the feathers to the beads, minus the looping.
Alright, so there we have our feathers. Next we're going to be putting on the flowers, and again we'll be using the spirals to support the flowers. So you just take your flower, and you could do this however you'd like.
After that process, we have a finished piece.
Alright, so here we have the finished product for Sleeping Beauty. Here it is.
If you're interested in pieces like these and much more, here's how you can get in contact with Renuka.
So you can find Craft Creations and Smiles on Facebook or Instagram. Just type in Craft Creations and Smiles, no spaces. Or you can give us a call on 614-0130. You can WhatsApp us. Or you can message me personally at Nuka Nuka on Facebook or Instagram. I am number something.
Hope you enjoyed that piece. Remember to support our young talents, for they are the future. We sometimes consume it after dinner. We crave for it after a long day. When we gather for a celebration, it often finds its way to the table. Yes, we are talking about wine. It is what some people refer to as the center of happiness. Let's join Winita Clark for a taste of wine.
What better way to relax after a hard day's work than with a glass of wine as your mind slowly unwinds? It is a fantastic way to end your day, but have you ever wondered where wine comes from? Wine is a social beverage which is either non-alcoholic or alcoholic, depending on your choice. Among other ingredients, wine can be made from fermented grapes. Wine comes in many varieties such as red, white, rosé, fruit wines, mead, better known as honey wines, and starch-based wines.
The varietals are limitless in the sense that grapes are being mixed. There's hybrid grapes, which are two grapes mixed together. So you name it, the ideas of what varietal of grape you can have is boundless.
The making and consumption of wine dates back to some 6000 BC. Medieval Europe, ancient Egyptians, Romans, and ancient Greek all used wine. In the Christian religion, wine is used as communion because it is said in the Bible that wine is a symbol of the blood of Christ during his Last Supper.
And when it comes to making wine, the process is that you pick the grapes, you harvest them, you wash them, you crush them, and there's a process of fermentation that goes on. Some are done in oak, like Chardonnays, some are done in metal cast barrels, and the way how wines are going now, it's no longer the typical way. A lot of people are using more biodynamic, organic ways of making wines.
Wine has stood the test of time, and in today's society, it is consumed by all. It has been studied and has proven to be very beneficial to one's health when consumed in moderation. Wine contains many nutritional vitamins and minerals such as magnesium, iron, vitamin B6, fluoride, and phosphorus. It is found on all continents. Many social gatherings are put together for wine lovers, entrepreneurs, and many other persons to taste varieties of wine.
Today we're doing 12 varietals. We're doing from different wineries, however, similar varietals. We're doing ranging from sweet to dry, or dry to sweet. So right now behind us we have Zinfandel that is a medium sweet. Then we move on to a French blend that is, and this is in no particular order, a French blend that is a 1, that's a red wine for wine lovers who don't want it too sweet, but it's a 1. We have a Pinot Grigio that is mixed with peach. So it would more go to a younger drinker that has a sweeter tone to it. We have a Pinot Rose that's also a very dry one. A California Zinfandel that's very playful and youthful and not so sweet. So There's variety of wines that you could try.
Wine is and can be used at many occasions, such as business meetings, birthday parties, funerals, weddings, you name it. Doctors have recommended that 1 to 2 4-ounce glasses of wine a day can increase your chance of living a longer, happier, healthier life. Studies have also shown that moderate wine drinkers have lower stress levels than non-drinkers. Wine also has anti-aging properties. It can also help in lowering depression, preventing colon cancer, breast cancer, and dementia. Wine can be medicinal when used in moderate doses.
You could drink wine anytime, any day, relaxing, reading a book, having a bath, having friends over.
So the next time your day has a rough ending, a glass of wine may help you relax.
I'm not a big fan of wine, but after that feature, I'll certainly be drinking wine more often, since 4 ounces a day can improve our health and life in so many ways. Time for the entertainment part of the program. So during the month of February, many of you took part in various matrimony activities, and I bet you enjoyed every bit of it. Well, the excitement recently came to a close with a prize-giving ceremony. But that wasn't the only thing which took place that night. Matrimony, meaning celebration after hard work, is one of the most colorful of all the country's festivals. It's one of the few events that brings together people from all walks of life. It also reminds us of our motto, one people, one nation with one destiny. After a month-long celebration of the festival held under the theme, Let's Cooperate and Celebrate Republic 48, this annual celebration came to a close with a prize-giving ceremony. Persons who won this year's Children Art and Essay, Chutney, Bright Up Guyana, Children's Costume and Float Parade, Junior and Senior Soca and Calypso, Steel Band, and Costume and Float Parade competitions were all awarded with their prizes. Congratulations to all the winners and participants who made MASH 2018 a success, but the fun continues because Matrimony 2019 was launched at the very event. For next year, the national event will be observed under the theme Celebrate MASH 49 with Victory in Mind. The theme simply means after 49 years of hard work, we must celebrate and keep focus on our vision for the future of all Guyanese. When that time arrives, we certainly will. But in the meantime, here are a few of the monarchs who were crowned during Guyana's 48th Republic anniversary.
On our right, we don't care about the size, fucking up till the sunrise. What is the next one? Go back, what's the man in top? Let me show ya. Don't talk about grace. Why would I put me on one face? Keep inside my face. She said that the cat caused no worries, and she wants me to teach it a lesson, please. You can do it what you want, I just don't mind. Cause this cat ain't got place and time. She said, go ahead and perform the act. So I take off my dog and was lifting her cat. Meow, kitty, 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 this cat is boxing. Panawari, married to Punwasi. But he fell in love with the love me. Oh, Panawari, married to Punwasi. But he fell in love with the love me. So now me they love me for Panawari. So now me they love me for Panawari. आवरे नहीं जाओ रे, आवरे नहीं जाओ रे. Oh, but no worry, you want to love me to say. When you think about the trials of a woman, you wonder how we survive. Be strong and ever resilient. Be ready to face the strife. Please tell me why some men find it hard and accept us for who we are. You got to support him and keep it by the baby and full of woman is boss, woman is boss, woman is boss, woman is boss. Who's trying to get away? Just to say it. Yeah, so I say,
Hope you're energized and ready for Matrimony 2019, which will be observed under the theme Celebrate Match 49 with Victory in Mind. And with that, we have come to the end of another amazing journey of Homestretch Magazine. This week we featured the launch of Matrimony 2019, the Snow White Dreamcatcher, a taste of wine, and the Cannonball Flower as the Flora of Guyana. That's quite an edutainment package until we meet again. I am Lorene Ward. Thank you for watching. Do take care and have a great week.